Hi Virgo. So this is your family reading. I thought about this. I always see people on YouTube that do tarot readings and they always seems like it's mostly love readings, but I feel like, we have very important relationships outside of love as well. And I really wanted to touch on if there's any family issues or any lessons there that can be uncovered. Keep in mind that this is a general reading and this will not resonate for every single Virgo out there. I also just want to point out and mention that this is a timeless reading. I feel like it was very important to essentially just let this be whenever you come across this video, it's probably the right time for you to hear it. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to pull a animal spirit oracle deck and just see what kind of energy whoever you're dealing with, Virgo. So who is Virgo, the massive collective of Virgo, dealing when it comes to family? What is the collective of Virgos dealing with when it comes to family? Okay. All right. It's a lot of cards here, Virgo. Interesting. Okay. So, Virgos, this might be kind of more of a complicated situation. So what I'm sensing is there was a person, there's 3 people involved, one being you, I believe. So what I am sensing here is that there is a person here that could potentially say something about you to another family member or another friend or somebody that is important to you as well. It seems almost like it could be it's interesting because it almost feels like it could be a sibling telling a parent, your parent, or it could be a sister-in-law or a mother-in-law. But whoever it is, it's like you care about whoever the lizard is. It feels like the lizard is somebody that you look highly to. And it feels like this panther is telling whoever it is that you care about information about you that might not be really true. And this person is getting an illusionary image of you, if that makes sense. Like this person's vision of you is swayed. Like this person doesn't quite see who you truly are. Like there's some kind of hidden thing there. It's almost like a mystical, like this person now views you in a way where it's all an imagination because this person filled this other individual's head up with lies. And you're sitting here being who you truly are, or you're just enjoying yourself, Virgo, and this person is talking behind your back to this person that you care about, if that makes sense. And it seems like it could be, and I don't know who will play that role in your family, but whoever it is, it feels like you care about the lizard's opinion a little bit, because it's like somebody you care about in your family. But this panther, or whoever you're dealing with, this person's jealous of you, Virgo, or this person has some kind of hidden agenda and they're using it against you. Like you're its main target, whoever you're dealing with. And I'm sensing that, again, like this could just be somebody that can pull a little bit of weight in their family, but they're talking to some other family member and this family member is now viewing you differently. So from who you truly are, if that makes sense. It's like this person's dulling your colors, when really in reality, you're bright, vibrant, you're being honest, you really, what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm feeling for you guys. So let's pull some cards and get more into it so we have more better understanding of what's going on for my Virgos. All right, let's see. What is Virgo family? Okay. Okay. So here we have Virgo, the 8 of Swords, the Devil, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Ten of Pentacles. So what I'm already feeling right now, Virgo, is you almost feel kind of stuck in this situation. You don't want it to be a toxic situation. It almost feels like you're trying to come at it from the higher perspective or a higher way of speaking. It almost feels like you're trying to speak the truth with this individual about what this other person said that wasn't true. It feels like there's some drama there. For some of you guys, this could be like, I'm sensing that this could be a mother figure that is now viewing you in a negative way because of a sibling or because of their daughter or their, like, I'm sensing for some of you guys, this could be your spouse's family drama or your own immediate family. But it almost feels like this person has it out for you and you're aware of it, but you don't want to feed into it, but you still want to speak your truth. You still want to be seen in high regard with this other person. But it feels like no matter what you say or do, there's always just kind of conflict. And you're kind of now having to really learn to, like, you're trying to put down the conflict. So let's get some further clarifiers. Let's get the Eight of Swords. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Okay. That's a lot of cards. We have the Three of Wands, the King of Swords, the Emperor, the Nine of Cups, the Moon, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Swords as the clarifying for the Eight of Swords. So you feel stuck because it feels like this person has made up their mind. For some of you guys, this person, you and this person, this is interesting. Some of you guys, this person had tickets to go to something, and then this other person talked this other one out to giving it to you instead to give it to them. It's kind of what I'm feeling, but that's not going to be for every Virgo, obviously. But it feels like this, you feel like this person's made up their mind that they're not going to really change. I feel like this person could have said some horrible things to you or about you, but you're still standing up tall. You're still trying to be the bigger person about this situation. I'm really feeling that, that you're trying to keep integrity kind of going because you are still happy emotionally with who you are, your own, you know who you are, but it almost feels like there's still the unknown of what's going on behind this other person, and it makes you worried because you're kind of afraid of how this person might see you, and that affects you emotionally, and then that causes you mental pain because now you're kind of questioning everything, because it's weird because you know who you are as a person, you know what you have to offer people, but it's scary because it almost feels like this person might see you in a more negative light, and you don't really like that about this individual. Because it almost feels very toxic, just like this person is a very toxic individual and is keeping things from you. That's unfair, is what it feels like. So let's see here. We have the Devil in the reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, it's not an even situation. And what I am sensing though is you're fed up because you can kind of tell that this situation is toxic. I think that I guess keep feeling that whoever is the lizard in the situation, the person that's getting swayed about you, is kind of oblivious because this person wants to be liked too, but it feels almost like this person, it almost feels like this person's kind of getting, like this other person that's talking badly about you. Still, it feels like sibling rivalry. Can't talk. Wow. Like you and your sibling are fighting for your mom's or your father's approval. Kind of feels a little bit like that energy, but it doesn't have to be. It just feels like whoever you're dealing with, it's like both of you want respect from this person or want love from this person or want what this person can give you, but you're both you're taking the high road, but the other person's playing dirty, and because that other person's playing dirty, you're afraid that this person, because it almost feels like when you did wow, I cannot talk. It almost feels like when you did speak your truth, that you came down with that final decision, like, hey, this is kind of who I am. I don't like that this person's talking about me in this way. But it feels like you do not feel very like you're learning to try and let go of what this person has said. But it's hard because it feels like it's bruised your ego, or it's kind of just bruised you in a way where you feel like you can't go back from this. You know, I don't know what exactly happened, Virgo, but something happened where there was gossip involved in this situation, and it has caused a lot of my Virgos to have to be strong within themselves and to have to stand their own ground and try to take the higher road even when it was hard for you, because you wanted to prove to this other person that, you know, you are a hardworking individual, that you do care, that you would put in a lot of work and investment, not only into this person, but into the family as well. And you're very restless about it. It feels like you just want to move forward, because we have the Chariot both. You want to move forward and be happy. You don't want to deal with those negative emotions. It's almost like you're bypassing it, Virgo, because you're trying to avoid the situation, because I'm sensing that, again, whoever you're dealing with here, it's almost like an equal, I wouldn't say they're equal to you, but they are like again, it could be siblings. It feels like that. But it's like trying to gain somebody's love and approval. And you're having to learn to find that in yourself, but you're doing it in a way where you're still viewing it from family. You're trying to move forward with family. It keeps seeming like you don't want to take that break. You don't want to rest. You don't want to think about it. You just want it to be over with and done. But you're doing it in a way where you're trying to prove your own worth, if that makes sense. I hope that this is resonating so far, because it feels kind of like an interesting energy. It just feels like one person's really just being undercutting and just really cruel and mean about you, and the other person is just playing along with it almost. So what kind of advice can I give my Virgos? So we're going to use the Angels and Ancestor Oracle cards. So what kind of advice can I give my Virgos? Does Virgos need to know at this point in time? Okay. So here we have Direction Guardian, choose your path. Then we have here in the reverse, Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns, and that's in the reverse. And that's interesting, because I was sensing for some of you guys, this seemed like a theme that would happen in your family. Like there's always a power struggle in the family dynamic. That's what it feels like, Virgo. So for some of you guys, you're having to learn to choose your own path, your own direction, and you can't just, I'm feeling like not so much people pleasing, Virgo, but just really wanting that love and approval and that craving. And I feel like it's from a like parental standpoint, like you're dealing with a mother figure or a father figure. It feels more like a feminine, more feminine energy though. But it's like, I think that for some of you guys, this has been a power struggle in your family dynamic, and you're having to learn to move past that, and you're having to learn to break away from those patterns of feeling like you have to, and learning to grow and expand and eventually reap the rewards that comes of breaking ancestral patterns. Because once you break ancestral patterns, you gain so much, not only spiritually, physically, mentally, like you heal a family curse so like it doesn't continue down your bloodline anymore. And that's what it's calling upon for you to learn, is learning to not like battle one another for love or attention or approval. I'm sensing for some of you guys are really trying to get approval from a parent that is emotionally like uninvested, and because of that you both fight with each other, or one tries to fight with the other. It just feels like there's some kind of power struggle, and it all has to do with wanting to be loved, wanting to be seen, and wanting to be respected. And because of that, it feels like That's been a pattern. The person that's being cunning, though, and the one that's talking badly behind your back, if you look at it, because I am sensing you guys are more the dolphin and this person's more the panther. It almost feels like, if you look at it from the background, the shadows, it feels like this person felt like they were always under your shadow, or that this person was never truly seen or heard growing up. This could be like the middle child. But it almost feels like there's somebody in your, like, again, if it's a sibling or somebody just in your family dynamic, it really does feel like siblings fighting. But again, this is a general reading. If this resonates, though, but say it's like a mother-in-law with their son, or, you know what I mean, and you're there, take that. But what I'm sensing for some of you guys is this, for heavily more, though, that this is more of like a sibling fight. And it's mostly to gain approval, which feels more like a mother-like energy. So that's what I have for you guys. Just learning to let go and feeling like you no longer have to have a parent's approval or whoever's approval you're trying to gain, and learn to gain your own sense of approval of yourself. And that's how you're going to break that ancestral line. And that's not only going to free you, but it would also help others around you see how they themselves can get unstuck. Because you guys, I think, have been feeling very unstuck, like very stuck for a while. And I think it's time for you guys to let that go. So that's what I have for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. You guys have a great, wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.